What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's yours truly, Pick 5 Johnny, with Before the Odds, the YouTube channel. Hope you guys are enjoying all the content we're giving you. And of course, it is that time of year. We are 3 weeks away from the Breeders' Cup, and we are giving you the Breeders' Cup profiles. That's right, for the big race. Gonna put out 3 or 4 profiles for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it, just like you enjoyed the Derby ones, the Belmont ones, the Travers ones, and of course the Preakness ones. Appreciate all the love. Now let's get to it. Our first one is going to be White Abarrio. That's right, the favorite older horse coming off the big Whitney win. White Abarrio! White Abarrio, whenever you hear us joke around about that, it's because we are talking about the horse that we bet on for the Florida Derby. Now, it's been a while since the Florida Derby, and White Abarrio's had a lot of races. Let's talk about his 2023 season so far. He's had a pretty good year if you really look at his resume. And they've kind of, they went to the Pegasus where a lot of those older horses went at the beginning of their seasons. And really, it wasn't the beginning of his season. He went from December, boom, right into January. This horse has continued to run and really hasn't taken a lot of time off like some other horses. But he's continued to improve and he continued to get better, and which is pretty interesting. Excuse me. So then we get to the allowance optional claimer. They cut the horse back to 7 furlongs. That's when they gave him the little break that he might have needed. Came back with a nice win, class of the field. Then switch Rose Barn. Interesting. I guess with all the legal battles and things like that, Safi Joseph just couldn't keep him, and the connections wanted to get him into the Met Mile, and that was the easiest way for them to do that. And so to the Met Mile he went, running a good third to Cody's Wish, the beast of any type of mile race, of any type of one-turn race. And then, of course, Zandon, who came back to win at Aqueduct not too long ago. So there you go. That's not a bad race. They go to the Met Mile. Now we come to the Whitney. And you just don't know. Has pretty good odds and runs a really good race. A race that I hadn't really seen from this horse in quite some time, especially a 2-turn race. So let's go ahead and take a look at that Whitney Stakes, and let's see what this older horse is talking about. All right, as you see at the start, gets a great break, which is what you always want from any horse that you have on your plate. There's not many that can break away, trip, stumble, and get a good win. So this horse got away good from the gate and just sat right off the pace all the way around the track. Let's take a look at that. We're going to speed it up a little bit for you. There we go. All right, now we enter the turn. This is where White Abarrio makes his move, and he actually makes a really solid move. The best move I've ever seen him make in any of his wins, especially against this class of a field. Now, is it more classy than the 3-year-olds? I don't know. But look at this as he breaks down the stretch and just pulls away from everybody. His feet, they're just moving at such a high rate. He's flying down the stretch and finishes with a good time and a strong, strong finish through the finish line. That is why this is the favorite older horse in this Breeders' Cup field. Now, let's talk about some of the positives and negatives I kind of see with this horse. Let's start with the positives. I think this horse is improving with each race, and he's getting a little break between the Whitney and the Breeders' Cup, which I think is going to help him considering what a long 3-year-old to 4-year-old start of a season he had. I think with these little breaks, he's getting a little better each time, and he could be peaking at the right time as we get to November for this Breeders' Cup. Now, let's talk about some of the negatives, okay? The 1.25 miles is a question for me because the only 1.25 miles race this horse has is the Kentucky Derby, where he got 16th place. Now, the Kentucky Derby, you scratch that off of everybody's PPs that you're reading. We all know that because it's just such a crazy, crazy shit show, honestly. So I can give him that excuse there. So his negatives don't really outweigh his positives. I think this horse is a contender, and I think he's got a really good shot to win it, especially for this older dirt division. He'd probably be number 2 on my list. Like I said, I came out with that with the other older dirt horse video, and I had Proxy up there a little bit more. But this horse is going to be a little bit not as good of a price as Proxy, but I think he's got a great shot to win, and I think you're going to get some good odds on him, even though he will be the favorite older horse in the race. And that is it for our show, for our horse profile on White Abarrio. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We really appreciate all the love. trying to get content out to you, something that's different from other channels, you know, and maybe give you some more information going into this big weekend on November 4th. Appreciate it, guys. Pick 5 Johnny signing out. And right before I go, don't forget to stay tuned at the end of this video, show you a fun Breeders' Cup Pass highlight. Let's go.
Some gems. Gio Ponti's behind that. Then Richard's kid. And now here's Zenyatta, and let's see. Zenyatta has a lot of ground to make up. Zenyatta, if she wins this, she'll be a super horse. She's starting to pick them off, though. Zenyatta going to hook to the outside. Meanwhile, it's Colonel John. Summerbird in the red cap. And Zenyatta's come to the outside. Zenyatta coming